How does a happy-go-lucky 2-year-old boy simply vanish off the earth?
My son is not here, and I don't know where he is.
David Rose, host of Washington's Most Wanted, has covered the disappearance of Sky Metalwala from day one.
People are frustrated, and they wonder, how could somebody do something to a little boy like this, or how could a little boy just vanish?
Making things even more troubling, the mounting evidence that foul play may have been involved. And the one person who could help solve this case isn't talking.
Julia holds the key to this case, and we beg her to come forward and talk to us.
Julia is Sky's mother, who claims Sky was sick the day of his disappearance. And as she drove him and his 4-year-old sister to the hospital, she reportedly had car trouble. Julia told police that her car ran out of gas at this intersection, so she decided to leave her 2-year-old son in the car alone and walk to the nearest gas station, which is about a mile away. When she returned to the car more than an hour later, Sky was gone.
Why would she walk a mile with her daughter in the cold of a November morning to a gas station? Doesn't make sense.
Investigators agree. In fact, a long list of troubling facts started to surface. First, officers say the car had nothing wrong with it.
It had plenty of gas in the tank. In fact, we drove the vehicle, and we drove it for a long period of time.
Fact number 2, she and her ex-husband Solomon were in the middle of a nuclear-sized divorce war. Julia leveling claims of child abuse, and Solomon maintaining she suffered from severe mental illness.
We've had, conversations about, okay, you need to go get help. And her response was, I'm fine.
Fact number 3, this wasn't the first time little Sky would be left in a car. 2 years earlier, Julia and Solomon were both cited by police after locking the little boy in a car while they went shopping inside a Target for 55 minutes.
You're clearly remorseful for leaving Sky in the car in 2009. You just said it was dumb, inexcusable.
Right, 100%.
And lastly, fact number 4, perhaps the strangest of all. The night before Sky went missing, Law & Order SVU aired an episode where a mother tried covering up the death of her child by claiming the kid was abducted from a parked car. The show is reportedly Julia's favorite program.
I think it's very possible that little Sky was never in the vehicle that day, and that Julia made up the entire story to cover up something horrible.
Solomon hadn't seen either of his kids in more than a year because of their ugly divorce, and he believes Sky was never in that car.
I am thinking somehow she sold him.
To who?
We would love to know that, wouldn't we?
It has now been nearly 6 years since Sky went missing. Julia has lost custody of their daughter Miley, who is now living with her dad, Solomon.
Does Julia hold the key to unlocking the mystery of Sky's disappearance?
My God, yes, she does. She does. She's the only person we haven't been able to talk to.
Police are now calling Julia a person of interest in the case.
What about with Sky's father, Solomon? Has he been cooperative with the investigation?
Very cooperative.
I don't know why she will not come forward.
Well, since Julia won't go and talk to the police, we decided to go to her.
Julia's heading to the trunk of her car. Julia, Jason Matera with Crime Watch Daily. Why won't you cooperate with the police? Why won't you cooperate with the police with the investigation for Sky? We're doing a story on Sky's disappearance. Are you trying to hide something? Why won't you cooperate with the investigation? Julia. Sky was your son? It's been now almost 6 years? You won't talk to cops? She calls the cops on us. It's odd that a mom doesn't want to talk about their missing son. You call the cops, but yet you don't want to cooperate with the police? Do you believe your son is still alive?
I'm gonna believe that he is, because no one can prove me he's not.
As for police, they have released new pictures of Julia at the gas station from the day of Sky's reported disappearance, hoping to get new leads, as well as this new age progression photo of what the 2-year-old would look like today. And to say this case is a personal one for investigators would be an understatement.
Look at this little boy. Look at him. He's 2 years old. He could be your son. He could be my son.
What would finding Sky mean to you personally?
Get on my knees and just thank God that we were able to find him. And I get on my knees and I pray that he's alive.
Until that day, Chief Steve Milet makes us this promise.
This picture will stay on my desk for as long as I'm chief and beyond, and we're going to keep on searching and following every lead until we bring him home and return him to his family.
And to do that, they must get a new interview with Julia Biryukova. However, she's had quite the past year. She gave birth to a new baby boy. The father of that child, Alan Morgan, is a convicted felon. And both Julia and Alan have filed orders of protection against each other. Seemingly lost in all of the drama, her missing son. If you know anything about where Sky Metalwala might be, you can submit a tip at crimewatchdaily.com.